Hello everyone and welcome back to David Frerker Sports Photography YouTube channel. Today we are going to Petco Park and we will be shooting Major League Baseball on assignment for USA Today. I've had a lot of questions lately on how do you shoot Major League Baseball, how do you edit, how do you crop, how do you do code replacement. So I want to show you guys a little bit about how I do those things. And a little bit of this video is going to be shot here on my Canon R3 back at home base right now in my bedroom. A little bit of video walking around the stadium, and I will show you guys how I caption, how I edit things. I will not be providing a whole bunch of video because we can't shoot video due to video rights. So there will not be a ton of at stadium video here. But I just want to show you guys a day in the life of a sports photographer shooting a Major League Baseball game. Okay, everybody. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today is setup. So there are a few things that you have to think about. Are you shooting for a wire? Are you shooting for a newspaper? Do you need to caption? Do you need to edit in live time? Things like that makes it easier for you to put together a plan. I use FTP via Photomechanic Pro to make sure my photos are sent to our USA News desk. I am uploading, captioning, editing, in live time. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that workflow here. And for Major League Baseball, because I have to caption photos in live time, I need to be able to do it quickly. So we are going to be using Photomechanic and code replacement to help make captioning the images quicker. So for instance, when you see a photo, and I'm going to pull up a photo that I shot right here at a Padres game yesterday, and the photo is of Jake the Rake Cronenworth celebrating. When I go to describe him, the caption for him specifically is going to be San Diego Padres second baseman Jake Cronenworth, number 9, celebrates after drawing a bases-loaded walk in the 7th inning against the Miami Marlins at Petco Park. Mandatory photo credit, David Frerker, USA Today. So when you guys see those paragraphs, we are actually not typing all of that out. There wouldn't be enough time to be able to go through our images and to be able to send them and submit them properly. So with code replacement, I am doing this ahead of time. Now, the parts of the game that I do at home before attending is saving the rosters. So I'm always looking on Twitter, and I'll show you today's roster right here as an example. The Padres released it earlier in the afternoon. I'm able to save that to my roster folder, and then I'm able to go into that roster and then match it against the code replacement, which I'm showing you right here. And this way I'm able to make sure, okay, Cronenworth is playing second base today. Hassan Kim is at short. Oh, we have a change. Solano, who was the designated hitter for the Padres yesterday, is now playing third base today. And the normal third baseman, Manny Machado, is now the designated hitter for today. So I need to go in and I need to make those changes. It's better to make those changes before you leave to get to the ballpark. That way you know who's playing and you know your code replacement is set. And this you can do for any sport, any level. It just doesn't have to be shooting a Major League Baseball game. All you need to do is know the rosters 1 through 100. And then you need the roster on the day of the game. And this will make it very easy and quick for you to do. So let's take a look here at some code replacement. Here is an example of the code replacement on the right side of your screen. As I was saying earlier, the P1 through P100s. This is the Padres this is the Marlins. Then all of these, as you see right here, are all different things that are used during the games. Okay, guys, to change it up a little bit, let's talk about the gear that I'm going to be bringing to today's game. I'm going to bring my Canon R3, which is recording this video. That will be my main camera body. On that, I will be using a RF 400 2.8 as the main lens. Then I do have a backup camera, a 1DX Mark II with a 70 to 200 2.8 on it in case there's any close action. But normally I don't shoot a whole lot with that lens. I will have a 16 2.8 wide angle lens for the R3, and I will have a 16 to 35 wide angle lens for my third 1DX Mark II body. I might use those, I might not. It totally depends upon the situation that you guys are watching. I will also have my MacBook Pro with me, and I will bring the power cables for that and a bunch of extra batteries just in case I am going to shoot a lot. Now let's head out and drive down to Petco Park for some Padres baseball. Hey guys, you can see Petco Park behind me. I just got to my media parking spot. I'm up on the top floor, getting ready to head over to Petco now. The Marlins have yet to post the roster, so a little bit behind schedule here with less than 2 hours to go until the game. So I probably won't be shooting a whole bunch of B-roll outside, but we'll see when I get there. Are now back and ready for the editing stage. What we are going to do first is we're going to pull these photos from Photo Mechanic. So as you guys can see here, I have photos with this green rectangle in the top right hand corner. That means these are images that were successfully uploaded via FTP. And are photos that I turned in today to the wire. This is the total folder of all the images that I took at today's game. And I took a lot. We're talking 8,000 plus photos. I am still pretty new to MLB, so whenever I see anything, I shoot everything, because you never know when you might be able to come up with a cool image. This is 39 here. So I have the photos pulled as I pulled in live time. This, I believe, was a check swing. I don't know. Yeah, this was a check swing here. And you can see, yeah, he went. But we're normally trying to photograph the entire sequence of the at bat here. But I don't need to edit anymore or pull from any of these images. You can see here I was tracking Cronenworth, and the umpire blocks out my shot of his catch. I was pretty bummed about that one. So like these here, I'm looking for specific throwing motions. Like this is a good photo that can be cropped. This too. You guys will notice some really crazy ISOs and shutter speeds on my images. I like to shoot really, really fast shutter. So, trying to find an example here of one of my faster shutters. Manny Machado struck out. So that's him walking. And like my shutter on this photo is 1/5000th of a second. So you can just assume what my ISO had to be. It's 10,000. I just like to shoot fast. Each of us as a photographer, we have our own like quirks and things that make it unique to us. I shoot high shutter speed. It helps freeze the ball. I get crisp shots still. And I also love shooting at an aperture of 3.2. So I believe, yeah, this is a rise. He scores here. But you can see it's kind of like a movie with how many images I'm taking. But let's go into Lightroom where I'm editing, because these are just straight JPEGs. So right now I'm editing photos specifically for social media usage. So I have a watermark that I use for USA Today so people can't steal my images. So this is pretty much I'm gonna post on like Facebook, Twitter. These were shot for USA. In the game, there's very little editing that you are allowed to do. So I'm just bumping the shadow just a little bit because these are not being submitted to news. So I have a little leadway on these. These ones are going to be posted on my Instagram tonight. So this one I really like of Tatis. It's very long. This one, Tatis celebrating with the dugout. This one, the shadows need to be popped. The color toned down a little bit. So I'm just making few slight additions, but nothing too crazy. Profar's smile is electric. We got Profar celebrating here in the dugout. I'm going to do a 1x1 crop. Pop the blacks. But yeah, I'm just, just editing these down. So these were edited for print at 2x3s. So I'm just popping them a little bit more for my social. Waldron had a hell of a game tonight. Wanted to thank you for watching this video, and I wanted to go over a few final things. As we are editing in live time, I am not required to do any editing post-game. I am editing everything as the game is happening. You guys were able to see my process in live time with a little bit of code replacement. We're taking the image, we're moving the image to Lightroom, or you can do it in Photo Mechanic. You're cropping the image, straightening the image, and then we're getting it right back out so that we can caption it and send it via FTP. The images are uploaded end of the first inning, end of the third inning, end of the fifth inning, end of the seventh inning, and after the end of the game. You want to make sure for first inning uploads, you are taking photos of the starting pitcher for your team and the starting pitcher from the opposing team. Another thing that you want to look out for is pitching changes. Anytime a new pitcher comes into the game, you are going to want to photograph them for the wire. One interesting thing is sometimes you can have a ton of photos, sometimes you're not. It totally depends on how good the game is. As you guys saw, I took 8,000 photos. I believe I submitted 55 or 60 total to the wire, all of which were picked up for this game. The more strikeouts your starting pitcher gets, you're going to want to look around the stadium and try and find the strikeout K board, where it says K, 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 K 10 times, 11 times. That's always something that you can take a photograph of to show how well the home pitchers did that game. You need to remember that you are photographing everyone. You are not just photographing the home team, you are also photographing the visitor. And one thing that I want to suggest is looking at your roster and seeing if you have any international players there. That way you have a chance of getting your images picked up throughout the world, and you have a chance of landing some interesting photos. I have had MLB photos this year picked up in Korea, Japan, Indonesia, Poland, and pretty much all over. And it's really cool to see. So I like to take my images after I get home, and I reverse image search them on Google to see where I had a photo used. So that's always something cool that you can do. But if you guys have any questions, if you like this video, make sure to give the video a like and make sure to subscribe. Put your comment down in the comment section. I'll do my best to get back to you. And I hope you guys have a fun time shooting. Again, this can work at any level. It can work at minor league, it can work at 10U, all the way up to Major League Baseball. But this is exactly how I do my job, submitting, captioning, and capturing images for USA Today. At the time this video has been made, I have photographed 5 MLB games so far this year, and I have 2 more on the schedule this coming July, photographing the Padres-Dodgers series the end of July. I believe it's July 30th and 31st. So I hope you guys have fun shooting, and you stay classy, San Diego.